Aavak, I just realized something. If those flywheels break out of their hole, the workers are in the line of fire, keeping the revolutionaries under thumb, eh? Indeed. Boom. Just through all of the city in one go. Got some extra rubber, got a few other little bits and bobs, and that's the end of that. Let's head on back. But on that note, yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade. This will give us a little bit of extra unity as well. It'll be truly grand. I'm a little bit concerned about our food situation, though. Not gonna lie, I think we're gonna need some more farms. Or better farms, and you can get better crops, but again, you've kind of got to go out and about to find them. We could have an extra farm over here, though. Yeah, there's quite a few places where you can drink tap water, you know, easily. Some places in Britain have got hard water, so you probably want some sort of softener to help with it, a water filter that will soften the water. But none of the water that comes through taps is bad for you to drink. It just might not be particularly pleasant. You might have a bit of an aftertaste to it. Norway's got amazing tap water. They basically just straight up bottle the water they get in Norway. Maintenance is not enough. Yes, you're quite right. Thank you very much. Copper plates. Keep full. Keep full. Go, go, go. Thank you very much, chat. Right then, trucks. You've got jobs to do. Brum, brum. And because they hadn't had copper plates delivered before, the trucks could make deliveries directly to the facilities. But at this point, we're going to be fine. For now. I mean, eventually we are going to need more, but for now, that should be okay. Got plenty of rubber. We've got a stupid amount of acid. We are almost certainly dumping acid at this point. Oh, no, actually, no, we're just filling the second one. We will eventually, though. Right. Okay, we can send this on its way. Go, please, and repair our cargo ship. There we are. Now, with that done, I think we've got to repair it first. Oh, no, we're going to have to do a little bit of research first, actually, before we can get a hold of that. But still, it's not too bad. Right. Finally, let's pop in a new balancer here. And that filled or fixed. Drinking water for the city of Flint, Michigan was contaminated with lead and possibly Legionella bacteria. They say it was fixed in 2019. It's still not fixed? I mean, I've seen documentaries on Flint. What on earth is Yo-Yo Dynamics and Road Train talking about? Right. Okay, well at this point I can afford to have both of these running at full whack. And look at our houses! All of the mod cons. We can even afford to upgrade another bunch of them. Right, we've not got enough water right now, so I am going to need to prioritize getting some more water on the go. Get back. We can't go that direction anymore, so you may as well come straight back. Honestly, this is a bit too tight for me to easily add a pipe in here, but actually, we might be able to. Okay, let's make this happen. Pipe balancer. Right there. Now, a pipe can allow 1 unit through every second. These will produce how much? 8 every 10 seconds. So realistically, 2 of them is going to require, for it to actually work, a tier 2 pipe. Now, thankfully, I can simply tell them to upgrade the pipes. But it does cost a chunk of... that shouldn't have been prioritized, but it does cost a chunk of materials there. But we've got enough unity to get a bit of building done, so let's go ahead and do that. It's at this point that we're probably going to be upgrading a lot of the pipes, honestly. With that, let's go ahead and research cargo. There we are, and we'll come all the way along to about here, I would say. No, come on. No, that is wrong. No! Damn you. Scallywags. I want it about there. That'll do. And then here, and then you can go down. There we go. I'm going to quick build this so I can set up the prioritization. We want to prioritize incoming from X. So again, if it's sending us water from the rain catchers, use that. Otherwise, use the water from the groundwater pumps. And that is exactly the same as what we want to do over here. Only... yeah, no, actually we wanted to prioritize incoming from X as well. Have I done that correctly over here? Yep. And have I done that correctly over here? Yes. Perfect. Now, so many things in this use power, and I like that about this game. I like it the pumps and conveyors aren't just magically working and you know, basically perfect. It's not even that it's like got zero friction, because it's doing work, so it should be losing energy at all times. They've basically got infinite energy machines inside them, and it's ridiculous. I understand that for a lot of people, they don't want that level of realism in their games, and I completely understand. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. No issues with that. But I do appreciate having this. Let's pop that here. We won't need a level 2 pump here. Level 1 will be fine. But there we go. And this is also massively increasing our potential population, by the way. Unity-wise now, because we've got these houses, we're generating more unity from there. Pipe. No, let me be squirrely. I know, right? Oh, I said go, go, go. And Yo-Yo's brain reminded him of a certain very long Welsh station. There you go. You happy? Okay, we can probably fit an extra farm over here to make sure that we keep that food supply up. Because we are actually starting to get to a point where we're dropping down. Some ship armor would be nice. Let's go ahead and build an irrigated farm over here then. Is that going to be something I can manage though? It's getting a little bit close. Probably not actually. Alright, time for us to finally turn off the plenty of food edict. I know. It saddens me greatly as well. Right, can we build an automated cargo depot? We can already do it. Ah, fantastic news. Oh, apparently, no. You got a little bit more to do? Let's have a look. Don't need anything done there, but apparently there is still a little bit more to do over some parts of this. Okay, I really want you to focus on fleshing out this area so I can start it being part of my dock. So let's get that finished, shall we? In fact, I'm sort of feeling that making this the wastewater area would... It's going to slow us down setting up the automated part of all of this, but... It would be nice to have all of this set up properly. My lord, these things need a lot of room. They need a ridiculous amount of room. Alright. Yep. Right, with that done, I can get rid of this. Tunk, tunk. And make this just a little bit nicer. Coal mining needs looking at. Oh, you're quite right. So it does. Thank you very much for catching that, chat. They've finished leveling out the everything. We're going to go for the easy stuff to get to first, while we dig into the difficult stuff. The high reward areas. That should do. I'll keep them busy for a little bit. Ship armor complete. We'll flesh out the edicts before we go to the next construction area. It is silly. I need to remember to... Oh. Damn. Basically, I need to create areas that have their... Like, I need to branch off at the same height before I start dropping down. Because what I've done there is I've made an angle, a turn, that is already starting to... turning into the decline. And that will make that pipe basically unusable to me. I just need to get rid of that so I can build this out properly. And keep it at the same height. All the way over to here. And from here up there as well, because there is actually quite a lot of waste in that pipe that we need to get on the move. Right. And with that done, I need to make sure that I do still allow this to fully expand out. Go. In fact... There we go, that'll work much better. There we are. This should all start running constantly at this point. There we are. We're actually starting to drop that waste buildup now. Alright. At this point, I think we're okay for water for the most part. How are we doing for maintenance? We're doing amazing for maintenance at this point. All right. Now, we're going to need a little bit more time to finish fleshing that out, sadly. So at this stage, I'm going to say that what I would like is to start arming our ship. Get some armor plating on it. It's going to be rather expensive to do, to be certain, but... It will need 880 metal. It's quite a lot to ask for, but I think we're up to it. Additionally, I'm starting to think that having that pointing in that direction, not the greatest idea. Alright, what I'm going to want to do is actually have a few of these stacked up. Something like that. Because I'm going to need a lot of metal in time. This needs to now be emptied completely. That can be broken down. This can accept iron, so can this. Edicts complete. This will allow us to have more vehicles. Realistically, I'm not going to be using that, but... May as well just break that down at this point. And then we'll replace that there. And all the way along and in. Can I quick build this? Yes, I can. And this as well. There we go. I'll mark this one as keep full. But this one realistically should be empty, but I'll just have that one marked to be kept full. Oh, actually, no, they'll never deliver to this one, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, they will, apparently, if I tell them to keep it full, but we really don't need it to. Right, okay, that should give us a lot more metal storage. And at this stage, yeah, time to actually arm our cargo ship. I return to the actual houses, neat. Oh, if you chain them like that, I didn't need to set them up like that, road train. The moment any resource entered this, it would move into the next and move into the next, and they would all get instantly set to the same resource type. I just did it because I could. I'm quite finicky. Seeing a lot of traffic around this area, actually. How are we doing over here? I'm feeling that we could probably do with... I don't know, we've got 4 trucks there, so that shouldn't be the issue. So I'll get rid of that now. How are we doing with trucks? We've got no idle trucks, so I'm going to say we could do with another 2. How are we doing with iron ore? I'm going to say another truck and excavator for this. Right, time to research construction 3. That is going to require construction parts and copper to make. But it'll give us a much more powerful construction factory as well. So I could go back and upgrade these. Now that we've got so much power that we don't really need to worry about it, makes sense to do it. Let's get those upgraded. I get to leave for a D&D session in about 15 minutes with my brand new metal dice. Looking forward to it. Oh, fantastic. I like how the storage warehouses mesh textures when they are close, so that they look like one large building. I know. It is really, really quite nice. It is really cool. Right, how are we doing down here? We're doing fine for the most part. Generators are running perfectly well. We're barely using the required energy, so we're solid with that. Got a decent amount of acid available. Got all the diesel we need. We're basically not producing anymore because we don't need any. Not enough unity. Okay, well, I guess we're going to turn off fuel saver. Honestly, again, we don't actually need the fuel saver. But we do probably need the maintenance. But why are we low on unity right now? Oh, it's because I'm running the 2 maintenance depots on boost. Let's turn those off. I'll leave maintenance reducer on. This is going to be a total of 2, so we will actually be gaining extra maintenance. Sorry, extra unity. And now that we're not being quite as frivolous with our food supplies, we're doing all right with that. We've got a small excavator. We've got a pickup truck. Fantastic. I actually think it may be time for me to... I don't like the idea of it, but... okay. I need to bridge this gap. There is a way that I can do it, cheesy though it may be. I'm going to place these down. I'm going to designate them, at least. Then I'm going to break this pipe down and have it connect there, and I'm going to do the same over here, as that is going to allow this part of the pipe to be deconstructed without breaking everything else. So let's get that gone. Then I can get rid of these. It's really a potch that I wish wasn't necessary, but it is. And then once that's gone, we will build this in place. That there will do. I'm going to have to take it back a little bit further. Okay. There and here. Also, while that's happening, let's get a new excavator and a new truck over there. How are we doing with the delivery? We are actually making good delivery. 300 out of the 800 we need. Underground and overground. There we go. Womble free. Okay, excavators can now easily make the trip. Perfect. And this is going to start speeding up a lot over here. That being said, no, actually we've got 6 idle trucks. Wow. Hey. Do you pronounce Aavak or Aavak? It's the way I pronounce it is Aavak. Aavak is not pronounced Aavak. Bilal, you scallywag. But yeah, the way I pronounce it is Aavak, not Aavak. Right, okay. Well, we haven't unlocked a new research building yet, so we can continue going through this without having set that up quite yet. Now, if I want fertilizer, I'm going to need hydrogen and nitrogen to make fertilizer. To get that, I'm going to need the air separator to get the nitrogen. I'm also going to need the oxygen to make steel, so easy enough for me to do. Let's get that going. Right, how are the trucks doing over here? They're getting there. How much more room do I need? Some part needs to be in the ocean. Yes. I concur. Collision with liquid pump. Still. What do you mean collision with liquid pump over there? Oh my god, it needs to be that far away? Apparently, yes. Yikes. Okay. Well, at this stage then, I'm going to say, let's edit this area to also include everything up there, so that if my excavators want to go and deal with that little area there, they can. But I'm starting to think that I might need some excavators doing some heavy rock moving. Because the slag is not going to allow us to level this out quite as fast as I want. Yeah, I guess you could write it like that if you wanted to. Though a relatively small amount of people of my viewership would know what you meant by it, but no, you could absolutely use that accented character from Norwegian, and it would make the right sound. We are at this point more than likely. Oh no, we're not quite dumping the acid yet. But we're getting closer to the point where we're going to have to start doing that. I think maybe an extra excavator will be necessary, and we will send it over here. That being said, how are we going to do that? So, this is all level 1 down here. I would now like that to also be excavated to level 1 if I can. As that will be a lot of dirt that can be used over there to fill in that ground. I can't believe we're supporting 398 people off just 3 large farms. It's going quite well for us. Tree-wise, though, we are starting to lack trees. And perhaps we've been lacking them for quite some time. Later on, we can replace wood as a construction material. So it's not going to always be a problem for us, but it'll be a big enough problem for a while. Right. Our assembly electrics do need to start producing construction part 3s. How are we going to go about that? Let's... Actually, let me just first check something. Yeah, we're fine. We are really not using diesel as, like, anywhere near as much as I was expecting we would. But okay, let's get the new construction parts on the go. And to that end, we are going to have a delivery area on this side. Somewhere around here for copper plates. We're going to have to delete this for now. Steel smelting research complete. Fantastic. We can start increasing the throughput of our belts. Also, if we go for maintenance 2, I can move over from using iron and I can just use steel for my maintenance, which would produce twice as much. Now let's just have a quick look at what is required for steel smelting. Yeah, I need twice as much iron to make steel. So 16 molten iron will make 8 molten steel. So I'm just condensing it at that point. Also, I would need extra materials in the form of oxygen brought from in the air separator. But I'd need 4 steel and 8 copper for 220, so it's significantly more copper effective. Whereas it's a bit more iron demanding. I can get thermal desalination though, so I can start looking at using a desalinator. Sorry, a thermal desalinator, so a little bit of coal, some seawater brought in with a pump to make water and brine and exhaust. I can then either use a powered desalinator to turn brine into salt in 40 seconds, or I can just allow it to basically evaporate over time, which would take significantly longer. And I could also just dump brine as well, but we'll start needing brine for various processes. Or rather salt, rather. We would use salt, sand, and acid to make a glass mix, and then we can turn molten glass into glass and slag, or I imagine that uses electricity. Oh, actually, no. It's probably like a metal caster. Sorry, I was getting mixed up there. But we would use glass mix in a blast furnace along with coal to make molten glass. And then we could use glass plus wood to make household goods. Very interesting. But now that we've got that locked, let's go and research assembly electric 2. Because we're going to soon need that thing. Right, copper plates. Keep full. Keep full. That's being emptied. So we've got a lot of things that we're going to be able to move to. You'd like to listen to the soundtrack from the old-ass game Total Annihilation. Let me see if that is on Spotify. Yeah, we've got the OST on here, apparently. Alright. And, you know, we're going to start off with the classic. Now, this is going to be so much more orchestral and big than this game. It's really going to fit in with it, but sure, we'll start off with the March Unto Death. Oh, no, it can't. Sorry, that doesn't seem to be available. Let me see if there's another one that does that. No, it looks like there isn't actually a playlist for that one. That one, I don't know why that one isn't available. It lists it on here, but no, that isn't there. Much sadness, much badness. Mystery of Druids. Okay, from now on, you check on Spotify to let me know if there is a playlist for it first. Until then, you know what, we're going to go to Faster Than Light again. Because it's ultra chill. Oh, I know that Jeremy Soule is the composer. I found a playlist with all of the songs in it. I just couldn't play it. And it's the only playlist that's available on Spotify for it. I remember studying To March Unto Death. So I certainly remember the composer. Right, we want belt balancer here. We simply want those to be balanced. And then we want another constructor just down here. Now, these are going to take 80 seconds each to make. Yikes. Big yikes. Connect that up as well. But, you know, we can speed it up by upgrading the production facilities with time. Please be sure to empty those out as frequently as you can. Right, we're almost finished with the renovations to our ship. Compared to Factorio, do you think it's positive or negative that this game has built-in balances? How do you mean? Do you mean that... Do I think it's a detriment to the game that players don't need to work out a way to balance belts themselves. Because, I mean, the balances here are no different to the splitters in Factorio at this point. Because splitters have all of this functionality built into them. I'm not sure if there's much of a difference between them at this point in that regard. Right, I would like the extra excavator over here. And an extra truck too. Especially now we're starting to work into the dirt there. Starting to see that build out. Don't forget to select a recipe on what? Oh, yeah, you're quite right. Thank you very much, chat. Thank you ever so much indeed. There we go. Yeah. So many trucks showing up to collect iron. It's like, ah, crash. Oh, no. No. Please don't. Please stop. Right, okay, there we go. That should actually stop them from being dummies. No more loading. I know you already got the order to do it. It's fine. I'll allow it this once. There we go. That should never happen again now. There we go. You dumbs! 1000% made of dumbs. Oh! We've finished! Our ship is ready. It has guns! Right, time to go and teach those pirate scallywags what for, eh? Our ship is significantly more powerful. It's got a battle score of 190 versus the 70 that we're about to go and mess with. More guns! The Mechanicus demands the pew-pew! We'll get much better armor over time as well. Right, how are we doing over here? Actually, we're doing quite well. Almost finished digging this area out. Now, one thing to be aware of is as you dig deeper pits, it'll start kind of collapsing in from the sides. You can't just dig down and expect the walls that are basically dirt not to fall in on you. So right now, we've got a lot of trucks loaded up with dirt heading out. There we go. They didn't even really manage to get too close before we started attacking. The guns themselves have a health, by the way, as well. Okay, we found some loot. Hooray indeed. And now with that done, we can start exploring some other locations nearby. There we go. We need to continue filling this out, though. Got more than enough room for the pops that we need. We're generating a lot of... Oh, wow, we have got almost the maximum unity right now. Dear Lord. What do we want to... You know what? Sure, we're going to pop down unity there. That'll stop this from consuming power. But most importantly, it'll double the speed that it's producing the construction packs with. We're actually starting to store them up now. Oh, we found some electronics. Getting some much more interesting items now. Alright. Let's go and load this cargo since we can. And then we'll bring that back as well. I'm going to want this to keep full. So we'll hopefully be able to drop that off. But odds are we're just going to fill up this entire area. Sadly, we've got a load of wastewater in here. Not really sure what we're going to be able to do about that, but we'll see. With that done, we can also research the better mixer. High-powered mixer that creates concrete also provides alternate recipes for concrete. Really? Maybe the Mixer 2 is just going to be a bit faster? Let's have a look. How long does the Mixer 1 take to make concrete right now? Yes, it'll be twice as fast. But now that we have that, I think it is time for us to upgrade. We've got all of the required materials, so let's make that happen right now. It'll go from requiring 20 kilowatts to probably 40 is going to be my guess. Have we loaded? We have. Go ahead and go home. And then we can drop off the crude oil we just selected. Is this finished yet? There we go. So it's 20 right now and 8 workers. And it is going to 10 workers. Oh, actually, only 35 kilowatts. But it is double the speed. That is glorious. Look at that. 20 seconds with a boost now. But needs 1.7 maintenance a month, so that's a big upgrade, actually. Oof. A bit painful, not gonna lie. Still, in my humblest opinion, it's kind of worth it. Right now we're managing with the amount of maintenance we need. I could easily build a third one, and we would still be well below our required power limit. I'm intentionally draining Unity right now because we had too much, so yeah, sure, why not? There we go. And this will ensure that we've got more than enough maintenance being produced. We're only going up a little bit by maintenance right now. We drained our maintenance quite low at one point, so it's going to take a little while to correct that. I would like this to make out of copper. There we are. How are we doing for water? It's kind of okay. We should be fine down here. Right, our ship is back, and this place is now full of crude oil, and it still can't unload some of it. Duly noted. Aavak, big genre shift, but for music, Spotify has played. This is the 25th anniversary Legend of Zelda Orchestra. I am not touching anything by Nintendo. We're specifically looking for music that won't yet meet the MC8. Hey, Calissa Fox, how are you doing? Alright, well, now that we've got that up and running, we can look at building the low-pressure turbine. Now, one of the things that I could do with a low-pressure turbine is I could just add it on to this to generate even more power directly from each one of these. Like, I could add another 2 generators then onto there. The 2 flywheels that I've already got probably don't need any more than that. But the reality is, this will use, I'm fairly certain, as much steam as 2 of these will generate. So, what I'm going to suggest is we build one of these over here. Far enough apart. There we go. And we're going to take out the low pressure steam. Here. And deliver it right up into there. That is not a good design. Let me pull that back down again. And then I can just reverse the pipes. There we go, that's a bit better. And then I want to change the direction of flow on this one. And then simply delete this pipe here. There we go. This will start spinning up. It needs an output to dump its depleted steam. And that is what we're going to send over here. Now that I know roughly the size of the setup that I'm going to create, I can just run it all the way around like this. And then down. Tunk. Actually, wait a second. How much? That's 34. No, I'll just build another one. Because that's only 10. Only costs me 10 to make that. There is no reason to do it that way then. I will tuck it in here. But I'm going to need to run the piping down. But how are you doing, Callisto?